Hey, you don't look confident, Bo. You don't look confident when you're doing that. You don't look confident.
Are you ready for the best Kansas City Chiefs insight? Welcome to the Four Guys in a Bar, sponsored by ChiefsBlitz.com, presented by UnderdogFantasy.com. Here's your Chiefs Blitz host, Nick Athan, with Lou Montagna, Andre Tillman, and Hense
He got the
Todd.
winning Super Bowl touchdown.
Okay, got a catch. Anybody could have made that catch.
The Kansas City Chiefs select Josh Simmons, offensive tackle, Ohio State.
You did it, man. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Guys, y'all got it. Comment. Guys, y'all.
I don't know what the trade details are. Hold on.
Woo!
Y'all worthy.
Xavier Worthy.
Isn't that crazy? It's been 11 months since the Chiefs won the Super Bowl, and it's gone by so fast.
Oh, it's time to piss straight off. Pull up a picture of 81. Let's do it.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Rashee Smith.
Rashad Smith.
There it is. The Chiefs have done their perfect draft.
Dre's gone. I don't know where he's gone.
Yo, welcome to the show. It's a Chiefs Blitz night. Breaking down the plays, keeping everything tight. From Mahomes to the defense, we can be the scoop. Real talk, real stats, we the ultimate truth.
All right, welcome to the next edition of Four Guys in a Bar, the Chiefs Blitz podcast. I'm your host, Nick Athan, along with Mr. Hense Todd, Mr. Lou Montagna, and Coach Andre Tillman. We are here on Wednesday. Rashee Rice is back. And that's going to be great for this offense. It's going to be exciting to finally see the Hollywood Brown, Tyquan Thornton, Xavier Worthy, and Rashee all back together again. That's for the first time. It's going to be fantastic.
Something tells me that Tyquan's snap count may be closer to like 5 than it is.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. It's gonna decrease. It's gonna decrease.
It's definitely going to be a little bit lower for certain.
Unfortunately, I mean, that was great what he added to the team while they were going through their.
You sound all sad, Lou. Damn all
well,
that.
Yeah,
we don't know yet. It sounds all sad.
No, he's definitely his snap count is definitely going to go down. It's going to be nice to have a guy that's like the fourth or fifth receiver to have played already and contributed. So you have an idea that if he stays focused, that he can still get the job done.
Juju Smith-Schuster snap count's going down. Now, if you can't redeem yourself on that situation, then it's time for you to move ahead, Juju.
Well, Juju snaps are going to be reduced as well.
He got snapped.
Not by a ton, but you're running the 3 receiver set.
Yeah.
I mean, those are the 3 guys. So
I mean, if you think about Luke, it's speed on speed, man. It's all about speed. Chiefs is all about speed, man.
Well, and then put your 3 best receivers on the field. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You gotta go with that speed. Boy. Speed kills.
Yeah. You got to pick higher or lower. Is Rashee Rice going to have higher snap counts or lower snap counts?
I had people put him starting on their fantasy team this weekend. I'm like, give him at least a week.
So with that said, let's get right into Underdog.
Let's talk about our sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. Play now in Missouri. 5 gets you 50. You can play the pick 'em game, higher or lower. Pick the best quarterback, best wide receiver, running back, whatever it is. It's an amazing game. We certainly love it around here. It's pretty simple. Hit the QR code where it says scan here. Goes to the Chiefs Blitz page. Make sure the Chiefs Blitz promo code is in there, which it should be. Set up your account, play 5. You get 50 in bonus dollars. And you can go out and play one of the greatest games out there. It doesn't cost a whole lot. And again, if we sign up 100 people between now and the end of the season or the end of December, I'll be giving away a piece of my collectible, vast collectible stuff, at least a value of $1,000.
And it's moving fast.
Moving fast. All right. So if you're looking for the Chiefs stuff for Christmas, the Chiefs Blitz store is open. One of the items we have for the Super Bowl IV crowd, a signed football by Johnny Robinson, Emmitt Thomas, Bobby Bell, Willie Lanier, Len Dawson, all in the NFL Hall of Fame, the Chiefs Hall of Fame, and I'm going to discount this $200. That's free shipping, the case, and the football for $1,250. And I'll throw in another item valued of at least $100. That's Chiefs Super Bowl IV related.
A
so there you go. All right. You have 2 days left for the ultimate ride, the Derek Thomas Mercedes-Benz raffle. Again, hit
Monday.
the QR code. What's that?
I said you got 1 day.
1 day. Well, I'm counting today and tomorrow. Okay. So
Okay.
You got one sleep.
24 hours.
100% of the both proceeds will go to the Derek Thomas Neil Smith Foundation and the Duran Cherry Foundation as well. So there you have it. And that's it. That's all I got for the sponsors today. That's all I got.
So with that said, let's get into the Chiefs updates that's happened at the press conference. Lou.
Go ahead, Lou.
Go ahead, Lou.
Let's hit it. Right from our guy, Pete Sweeney. Chiefs head coach Andrew Reid said Brashard Smith's illness is the only player to be held out of practice. Don't like hearing that early in the week, but it didn't sound like it was too serious. Hopefully he's back tomorrow. Again, from Pete Sweeney, Chiefs remain mum on Josh Simmons' status. Head coach Andy Reid said GM Brett Veach is handling the situation and is unwilling to say anything else. So we'll respect their privacy for now, and hopefully we'll hear something soon. Straight from yours truly, Chiefs Blitz. Patrick indicated during his press conference that he has spoken with Josh and will be keeping their conversations private, but didn't note he's praying for him. So again, it sounds like something personal. So prayers up, whatever's going on out there. And again, from Pete Sweeney, Josh Simmons obviously now was not present during Wednesday's Chiefs book.
Yes. So we'll broach the subject on the Josh Simmons very carefully. We have heard all sorts of stuff, and we don't know anything. We don't know what's accurate, what's inaccurate. I think the Chiefs will make some sort of statement later today, and I think we'll get our clarity on the situation as to what's going on with Josh Simmons. I will say this, that we pray for him and his family, and we hope everybody is okay. And that's about all I'm going to say on the topic for any kind of speculation goes. So, again, I do expect the Chiefs will address this situation. Obviously, Andy Reid has deferred it to Brett Veach, which can mean a whole sort of things that we're just not going to get into that kind of speculation.
Well, until we hear anything concrete, there's really no need to speculate or have people just run wild with rumors and innuendo. And
people are, and it's unfortunate that we just
we have no control over that, and we're not going to fuel that fire, so to speak. So what's on tap here, Hensley? Where are we going?
So with that said, hey, we're gonna fuel one fire. Who's in the lead for Chiefs?
Here we go, folks. It's Wednesday. You know why you showed up today. That's right. The greatest game on YouTube. That's right. It's your very own Chief Who? I am going to read a series of concocted clues that come from this addled brain. And you guys have tried to guess which current Kansas City Chief it is. The current standings are Demekio Spence with 2. Weston, John Harrison, Kareem, all coming in with 1 correct guess. So, well, there was another one, and Coach Dre did get it, but since he's not eligible, I'll throw him in there in the standings anyway. So, there you go, Coach. You're on the board. So, without further ado, here we go. Clue number 1. This Chief was a 3-star recruit from a very large football state. A large football state, 3 stars. This Chief was all conference in multiple conferences during his time in university. Clue number 3. In college, he was a subversive Ursus. A subversive Ursus. And clue number 4. This Chief, his name isn't Jackson, but it sure could be. His name isn't Jackson, but it sure could be. All right, so not seeing a whole lot of activity out of the chat. This one I do have to admit, upon further review, is a little more difficult. The degree of difficulty on this one might be a little high. So yeah,
I got to guess.
Anybody come in?
I got
Block. What are we calling this guy? Blocker. 6806 says it's Hollywood. Hollywood swinging. Come on now. Let's go. No, it is not Hollywood Brown. Mecchio says those clues. LOL. Yes. Yeah. LOL. I guess. Once I read them out loud, it just takes on a whole different sound to it. But hey, I thought they were pretty clever. All right, so I'll go through them again real quick here, and we'll let the esteemed panel have a crack at it. Darren Huggins says Trey Smith. Not bad. It is not Trey Smith. So here we go again. This Chief, 3-star recruit from a very large football state. Yes. All conference and multiple conferences. In college, he was a subversive Ursus. And his name isn't Jackson, but it sure could be. So let's go to no plan. We got a couple more guesses here. We got Mr. Paris weighing in with Noel Williams. Ken St. Clair with Tyquan Thornton. Demicchio comes in with Nick Bolton. We have a winner. That's right. Your friend and mine, Mr. Paris. Noel Williams is the correct answer, and Chief food for this week. That's right, Mr. Paris.
You lucky dog.
Mr. Paris. Okay, so Noel Williams was second team all Mountain West, and then was first team all ACC. Mountain West was at UNLV. Cal was in the ACC last year. A subversive Ursus. Yes, a subversive, a rebel for UNLV. A bear, Ursus, the Latin for bear at Cal. And then his name isn't Jackson, but he's number 20. Andrew Jackson, $20 bill. Let's go.
If there ain't no Riddler shit, man, that's on some Riddler. I'm like,
yes,
God damn,
yes, Ken St. Clair, subversive Ursus.
So who all's on the board right now? So who's on the board, everybody?
Same guys that were before, except now we're adding Mr. Paris. So Demecchio with 2, Weston with 1, Harrison with 1, Kareem with 1. And now Mr. Paris.
You'll get a car. You'll get a car. Good
job, Mr. Paris.
And what's the prize again they could be winning? Did you come up with a prize yet, Nick?
No, I haven't. It's going to be something back there.
Right there in the middle. That beautiful helmet right there. Right? What the hell?
Nope.
We won't take the car.
If I'm parting with that, it's got a big price tag. So that's a 101. That'd be my Lenny the Cool Dawson sign, full size Chiefs helmet. So yeah, no, it's going to take a pretty
get a little visual there. Take a few seconds, Nick. Pick something out and kind of give the boys some encouragement here. That,
all right, let's see.
We can discuss some things while Nick's back here trying to figure out what he wants to give away.
Well, we know Jalen Moore has been playing phenomenal, guys, and that's what you pay the big bucks to, right? Now, Jalen Moore been playing phenomenal. So,
well, he played one game and maybe a few snaps a couple other times. So, yeah, I mean, he played a great game. It was a good sign. That's why they signed him, because he was playing at a pretty good level with the Niners.
Mm-hmm. I can't pick.
The idea was
too much stuff.
Okay.
That you're going to have to, Nick, because we have a contest going.
I'll figure it out.
And we said there would be a prize.
So where are we going with this, man? Look for a prize. What are we talking about here?
So anyway, Jalen Moore, as long as he needs to play, I think he will play at a high level.
Yep, I agree.
I don't think there's any question about it. So for all those out there that were so up in arms for what they paid this guy and he's not even starting, it's a bargain, regardless of whether he was starting or not. You have to have at least one, maybe not elite, but a very good,
I promise,
linemen that could come in a pinch, because rarely does a team go through the entire year and the same 5 guys start every single game.
Right.
I mean, it's
Right.
almost unheard of that happens. Maybe 1 or 2 teams a year that happens.
With that said, with Chiefs, who like what? I know you said you stumbled over the, like it kind of stunk you when you came up with the questions. What was so hard to come up with these questions with this round?
Oh no, it wasn't hard. The clues were as I read them, they became difficult. I could see being on the other end, being like, what does that mean? So. I knew somebody in this crack staff, if somebody in the chat would come up with it. It's just, hey, Mr. Paris from way downtown.
Now, when you said Jackson, it threw me off. I said Jackson. It could be a Jackson. I'm like
Andrew Jackson. Yeah, number 20.
How deep? What made you come up with that one?
I was going to ask the question, like, what did you come up with that question?
Well, because he's number 20, and I thought, well, what relates best to number 20? And it was Andrew Jackson.
For you to be my professor, I failed.
And then he was a rebel and a golden bear, so I came up with synonyms for those words. So subversive is a synonym for rebel. You
have a gift.
Ursus is the Latin term for bear.
Yeah,
right.
He is our Sherlock Holmes.
He again at UNLV, he was Mountain West, so he was all conference in both conferences he played in.
Yeah, man.
So yeah.
Hey Lou, did you watch Sherlock Holmes back in the day?
Oh hell yeah.
I can tell. Man. I said
every version, the series with Benedict Cumberbatch as Holmes, the movie with Robert Downey Jr. as Holmes. And I think Jude Law played Watson. So anytime there's a Sherlock Holmes, that's me.
I felt the spirit. I said Sherlock Holmes, man.
Yeah,
I felt it.
Sam said he's just happy he finally got on one.
Way to go,
Sam.
And it's hard to crack the code, Sam, but you cracked today, sir.
Yeah, this is actually very encouraging for me, because typically the participation isn't this deep in terms of different. Right? I mean, there's usually like 1 or 2 people. And I don't know if people give up or they just, whatever. But we're like 5 people deep here. It's very cool.
Sometimes to throw the shit out there. Just throw it out there.
So with that said, let's get into the return of Rashee Rice. He's back. The golden jacket kid is out here practicing today. So let's get into the first question of the day. Luke.
How about his Instagram post? Little dramatic flavor to it. It was almost cinematic, right? So should the Chiefs immediately give Rashee Rice a full workload? Jeremy Fowler catching strays at the press conference today, or
he certainly did.
Should they ease him back into the offense against the Raiders? Nick.
Well, I don't think they're going to ease him too much. I don't think he's going to take. I think it'll be similar snaps to what Worthy did when he came back. In the game against the Ravens. I think that makes sense. You give him maybe 15 snaps offensively, 20, 18, something like that. Use him as a decoy, get him the ball a couple times, get his feet wet, get hit. Welcome back to the NFL kind of moment. But is he going to be starting? It's possible he's out there in the first snap, but I think he's in great shape. He's been working out. I think that he's obviously motivated. He brings a lot of energy to the team. Everybody's excited. So yeah, you ease him in this game. You're going to need him for the Commanders/Redskins, but you really need him to be ready to roll when the Chiefs travel to the Bills in a couple of weeks. And I think will ultimately be the deciding factor for who is the number 1 seed in the AFC. But I think that Rashee Rice is going to get a lot of reps. How many targets he gets, just going to have to see how the Raiders defense adjusts to having another playmaker. I'm just glad and I'm just excited to be able to watch Patrick Mahomes play with a full set of legitimate wide receivers for the first time in his career in Kansas City, that he's got four or 5 deep. And if you add
415, those boys got their own area code. Yeah. Let's go. What do you say, Hense?
That was pretty good. I like that.
I said, you know what, man? Everybody knows he's the top golden jacket kid, man. Hey, get this man the full workload. I don't want no, snap count here, snap count there. No, he looked good in the preseason. He was out there putting up numbers. Now we got a legitimate red zone target, right? End zone target. A guy doesn't even win the red zone. He actually can get the ball. The yak guy, the up underneath. Hey, I know we said, we joked with it before the show, talking about Thornton not going to get that many snaps. Hey, you sit Juju down, right? He already got set down, but you already sit him down. You know what I mean? You give Thornton more snaps. You put it. Nobody is stopping Thornton, Worthy, Rice, and Hollywood.
Juju catching strays in this question?
Because he had to catch him. I'm just saying. Like,
I'm just saying. Like, I know the snap count is going to be up there, but hey, I'm finally to see. I can actually say put the fours up, man. Put the fours on them. Hey, the golden jacket kid is there, man. Hey, my favorite player, man. The guy. Hey, you give him the most yards ever on the Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, you come out, you get a workload of what he can handle, man. I think the kid, hey, he's built for it. His Instagram say it. So, hey, get this man a workload. Go ahead, Coach.
Hold on. Who gives? Wait, everybody on three. Who gives the best Christmas gifts out here? Who gives them? That's it. Saint Nick Athan. That's right. For those of you that are new to the show, it seems like every year now that we get
be careful when you put the gold jacket on, because Saint Nick is paying attention.
Of a Kansas City Chief with a little trading card.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
don't get anybody.
I already got yours, Lou. Way
to go, Saint Nick. And I don't want to say out loud, but I'm pretty sure I know what it is. So, but
you probably could guess it,
and I will enjoy it.
Well, I'm glad. I love the brotherly love, guys. I really do. But let's get to the meat. Yeah, Juju got knocked around because Rashee Rice was coming. It was all set up for Rashee Rice to come back. It was all set up. But I'm gonna say this. Give that man the workload, guys. Let's face it.
Brian Branch took a suspension.
hey, eye for an eye. You know what I'm saying? It was written, guys. It was written for him to go take a step back, and why not do it in style? But here's the thing. Right now, against the Raiders,
a new guy. We got a new guy. So go ahead and answer that. What do you say?
Phyllis, I'm sorry, I'm butchering that. Hey guys, what's the deal with Simmons? Should fans be worrying about left tackle position? He was doing well. Well, so you must be just tuning in now. We mentioned at the top of the show that he has some personal things going on. We don't have any concrete information stating exactly what it is, so we're not going to speculate at this point. We'll hear from the team as soon as they have something to report. I don't think it has anything to do with his play on the field. That's one thing I think we can say for sure. But I appreciate you jumping in.
Right in the middle of my sweet take. I get myself get blocked out.
Share, do all that good stuff, and welcome aboard.
Go ahead, Dre.
But please make it about you.
Y'all owe me one. You damn right I will.
Holy crap!
My segment, Lou. Damn it!
We're trying to build something here.
I'm trying to build something right now. So here's the thing: is the Raiders secondary sucks. Let's call it what it is. Rashee Rice gonna come in. He's gonna get the workload. Why not do it against the Raiders? Right? The Raiders ain't got nothing. The Raiders ain't really fighting for nothing right now. The Raiders is in shambles right now. So. I agree. Give him the workload. Give this man the workload. Let that man feast. Let him feast.
All right, so I'll go back to, Nick made the point, but yeah, the 415 area code is coming in hot, right?
Right.
And by the way, if I have a question, where did Jeremy Fowler get his information? Coach Reed looked really perturbed by the whole thing.
I think he's
fires back
like today.
Why don't you just ask Jeremy? I'm sure he knows. So anyway, I think they're going to be somewhat cautious here because remember, he is coming off a torn ACL, right?
Right.
He did look good in summer ball, did look good in camp, all that stuff, and he looked like way ahead of schedule. So from that perspective, you could see him getting a pretty decent workload. The only thing is he hasn't had any physical contact in at least 6 weeks, maybe 8
since August. Yeah,
because he didn't play. He didn't play hardly at all in the preseason. So again, I mentioned it in previous shows. I mean, there's a difference between being in good physical condition and then being in football shape. And normally that is taking some hits and so forth. So I think he's going to get plenty of snaps. It may even come down to being score related. If the Chiefs get out to a big lead, they'll probably ease him back a little bit. But I expect them to be out there and to be a big part of the, again, 415, baby.
But with that said, it leads right into my next question, Luke. Go ahead.
Okay, so if Rice dominates in the second half, will his performance make it financially impossible? Wow, in one game, he's going to blow up. He is going to blow up
the second half of the season.
He will the second half of the season, because
I'm about to say, I said, boy, that's a hell of a second half.
So, all right, okay. So if Rice dominates the rest of the season, okay, are the Chiefs going to be able to sign him to a new contract? Because this is his third year, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
he'll be at 4.
He will be up. He can be extended at the end of this year. Because he was a second-round pick. So will the Chiefs be able to retain him? Nick?
Yes. My understanding is now that all this is put behind him, that the intent is that the Chiefs will probably work out a extension for Rashee Rice. They view him as their number one receiver. They view him as a top 5 receiver in the league. They believe very strongly in this young man. They believe he's made as much financial restitution as his contract allows. That's why he's probably going to get a second contract, so he can take care of some of his legal entanglements. But I think he's going to be extended regardless. How well he plays, I think he's a priority. I think the Chiefs are going to probably make some pretty significant changes, I think, to the roster next year. But I don't think Rashee Rice is going to be one of them. I expect that he'll get a team-friendly deal. Kind of similar to how they structured Tyreek Hill's deal before he got his massive deal with the Dolphins. He's still going to have to prove himself and make sure he can stay out of trouble. But if he plays well and he dominates, which I think he can do, I think he's a higher priority to sign than Trent McDuffie.
Yeah, I just say that as well, man. If he comes out and dominates the second half of the season, he comes out here and balls and show that he can do it, I think this is going to be the contract that, breaks the lead, right? Because I feel like he's the best. I think he's a baby Larry Fitzgerald in the making, right? Maybe. If you look at his gameplay, he reminds me of Fitzgerald, right? But hey, Fitzgerald's a little bigger, but hey, he reminds me of Fitzgerald, the yak yards and everything else. If he could come out to dominate the second half of the season of the Kansas City Chiefs, they went through their tough part of the schedule. If they can come out and dominate, now they got all, the affinity stones all together. You know what I mean? Hey, this is going to be the most lethal offense that we've probably seen since Tyreek Hill. And Kelsey and then Sammy Watkins and, DeMarcus Robinson and those guys. So, hey, if he come out and dominate, I think the Chiefs got to lock this man in, lock him in fast in a hurry. Go ahead, Coach.
Pay the man off the rip. We already know what he is. We already know what kind of man he is. He ain't got nothing to prove for his extension. We know what's going on with him, man. We know what he's capable of. Remember, he coming off an injury. You know what I'm saying? He's still trying to get his feet wet. But when he does, we know what kind of player he is. He's him, as Sam would say. He's him. So again, no question.
See, I don't know about impossible, right? And I don't know that he necessarily has to dominate. Or the way I see it is, if he does dominate, now all of a sudden his market, and again, if he's willing to bet on himself and play out his 4th year, his market becomes mid-30s, right? I mean, if you got Jamar Chase at the top making $40 million a year, he's probably going to command over $30 million a year on the open market, right? And if teams kind of feel like, okay, he's that guy, that they're going to boost up that market and they're going to need to pay him. And the Chiefs have not shown an affinity to pay a big-time wide receiver, and as far as T. Cuffs is concerned, an elite corner. So now you have to – it may come down to one or the other. And in my mind, it seems like there are big-time wide receivers coming out in the draft just about every year. You don't see elite corners coming around as often. So if you really feel that Trent is that guy, he becomes the priority. Now, that should be
happen.
That should be happening this year because Trent's going into his 5th. But again, he's got the 5th-year option. So they have time. There's no problem with that.
Right.
So again, if he doesn't dominate, I think then it becomes a little bit more palatable and so forth. But I think if he just plays the way he's played when he's been healthy, like at the end of his rookie year, at the beginning of last year, if he just plays at that level, that's more than good enough. And I think they'd be not to re-sign him. But it's just if you look at the history of it and then just the markets of those two positions, a lot of times teams will go with the corner over the wide receiver. The Chiefs just haven't done either yet. So that it'll be an interesting one. But yeah, if it was up to me, I'm certainly, I want that number one receiver on my team.
There it is.
Yep. Speaking of number one, since our number one left tackle is not going to be starting, probably won't be starting this Sunday. Get to the next question, Lucas. Everybody wants to know.
All right. So can Jalen Moore effectively fill in at left tackle and consistently handle Raider star pass rusher XX Max?
Double X. Who doesn't love
Max?
And I love Max Crosby as a football player. I love his passion. I love the way he plays the game. He's, in my view, one of the best defensive ends of all time. First ballot Hall of Famer. I love his battles with Patrick Mahomes. They're close friends off the field, and on the field they go after each other, and that's the way the old AFL used to be. All these guys would just tear each other up between the lines for 60 minutes, and before and after, they were friends on and off, off the field. So listen, I think Jalen Moore is proved without a shadow of a doubt what he did to Aiden Hutchinson on Sunday night in Kansas City, that he can get the job done. He did a couple of things I haven't seen a left tackle do in Kansas City since I can't remember the last time, where he did that spin move and he got the guy to make sure he didn't get that inside rush.
Yeah, I don't know if Andy Heck is coaching that.
I don't think Andy Heck is coaching that. That's just something that Moore probably learned from Trent Williams, and that was his ultimate teacher. Obviously the All-Pro in San Francisco, who he was his understudy. And, if he has to play for an extended period of time, I think the Chiefs just fine. At left tackle, I think he can be dominating. I watched this replay of this game probably 2 or 3 times, and I just watched him play. He has that Willie Roaf, man. He's got that Willie Roaf thing. He hits one guy, he's going to go find another.
77.
And Simmons is the same way. So
I will show my helmet.
The Chiefs are in good hands if Jalen Moore has to start for any kind of length of time.
There it is.
Yeah, I think he can come out and dominate. If Simmons can't go, because he showed it. He went against one of the best pass rushers in the league, and he showed what he can do in that game. Now, Max Crosby and Jaden, and another guy from Detroit is different type of animals. Max Crosby is different type of animal. He's like a Michael Parsons. He's like one of those guys that you're gonna have to count for every move that he does. So this is gonna be a big. I feel like reminding besides the Denver Broncos, if he's still in with the team, still starting, with Josh Simmons' situation, I feel like this is going to be his test to actually show what he can actually do out there against the Raiders. And I feel like the kid, what I've seen, the span out of the move, coming back, hey, you not getting the Patrick Mahomes and the finishing one guy, going on to take on to the next guy. I feel like this kid can really do it. I feel like the kid can actually get it done. And I feel like, hey, Max Crosby going to have a long day. I know Sam said in the chat, hey, everybody got to get off of 74. Talking about he's going to be the starting left tackle. Hey, 74, Taylor is one of the best right tackles in the league.
He's playing at a high level.
When he's playing at a high level, no one is touching Patrick Mahomes. So, hey, if these two guys, if they can show what they can do, and also Kingsley, what Kingsley is doing out there, hey, just I feel like who don't look when Kingsley out there with Kingsley on this top of his game, it don't matter who's at left tackle at this point. It's Kingsley's out there.
That boy is mauling.
I concur. It does. Hey, it does matter, sir, because he can't play good, but them tackles got to protect, baby. But Taylor been playing. He's been penalty free. Now a lot of guys in D-Town, they're making a lot of commotion about the penalties, man. You know what I'm saying? They said the refs blew some goals, but I'm gonna say this. Going back to that, Max Crosby is it might be a top 5 elite defensive ends in the game, right? You know what I'm saying? You got Hutchinson, Miles Garrett. You got to put Max Crosby up there too. Like that boy been a dog for years. But can Moore handle it? I believe he can because he showed what he can do against A.D. Hutchinson. He showed me what he can do one-on-one. He showed me he can maintain. And I think Ken said some double Crosby. No, you don't need to. This to me, I feel like this guy can handle himself one-on-one against Max Crosby. You know what I'm saying? To me, this one his biggest test, right? You went against A.D. Hutchinson, right? Now you're going against Max Crosby. I mean, if this man can go out there and stop Max Crosby, I mean, really contain him, hey, man, sky's the limit for this young man.
You're going to believe he can do it. Ask Arizona to send over that number 1 pick for him.
Hell yeah. And quick and fast in a hurry.
Go ahead, Luke.
Well, Max hasn't put up like big sack numbers this year.
No, not sack number wise. No.
So I think that has more to do with the other guys on their defensive line, where Max is probably getting the attention of the offensive line more than the other guys. Jalen Moore, I think, can certainly hold his own, but they're still going to use a similar game plan. They're going to chip. But there's going to be certain times where he's one-on-one. There's going to be certain times where Max moves around and maybe he lines up on the other side and goes against Juwan Taylor. So
the beast.
So just in general, I think Jalen Moore is going to do the job that he can do, and we saw what he did against Hutchinson. Max, like Hensley said, is a different type of player. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, he really hasn't put up the sack numbers yet so far this year. If you're looking at some of like the elite pass rushers right now, I think Nick Benito's leading the league with 7 or 8 sacks. And then there's a couple of good, like 8, 7, and then a few guys down the lane, Hutchinson up there as well. But I didn't see Max Crosby's name at the top. Now, that doesn't mean he can't blow up this game. And that's the last thing you want to happen, is to let Max start eating, and then you're just way behind the 8 ball. So I think Jalen Moore can certainly hold his own, but it will be a team effort with tight ends, backs also helping him out.
It always is against the Raiders, and it's always is against Max Crosby. So, yeah, I agree.
So let's get to the next question.
All right. So with the toughest part of the schedule over, wow. So Denver twice, Buffalo coming up. Who else is it at the end?
I see Buffalo against the Falcons.
Indianapolis now looks like a tough game.
Okay, I see Indianapolis against the.
All right, so with the early part of the schedule over, should the Chiefs fans expect an undefeated run? Oh my goodness, through the rest of the AFC West schedule.
You're trying to salvage my 16-1 mark, aren't you? With a couple of blips.
Well, got
listen,
3 losses, so that's tough.
I don't disagree with the fact that I think this is the toughest part of the schedule is over. The first 6. I mean, I view the Commanders didn't look very good against the Bears. They've got some issues offensively, and they got some issues on the offensive line. I think that they should beat the Raiders, and then they're going to go to Buffalo. I mean, Buffalo's in a stretch. I think I posted this. They've got 7. They're in a stretch of 7 out of 10 games on the road, and one of those home games is against Kansas City. That's brutal. I mean, that's the cost of playing your first 5 games.
You look at their first 6 now. You know, they were in a close game with Baltimore, who we've now learned their defense is awful.
Yep.
They struggled with the Saints.
Mm-hmm.
They've now lost to the Patriots and in Atlanta. So, like, well, really, what is Buffalo right now? I mean, it's
their wild card team at best.
The AFC, I mean, for the Chiefs being 3-3 right now, wide open. That number 1 seed is still out there.
I think that's what I think. I mean, I think that They can run the table. I kind of view their schedule like I'm not a big believer in what the Broncos are doing offensively. And if you go piece by piece, the Colts haven't played a team like Kansas City yet.
They gave up minus 10 yards passing net on Sunday. Yep. And I know if they're playing any other team, they would have lost that game. So the defense is playing at a very high level. The offense, for all the Bo Nix hype and everything else, and the running backs, and
trash.
They got his joker in there for Coach Payton. They're not really hitting on all cylinders. So hopefully, that continues here through the league. I wish Broncos Tube was in here. Maybe he could explain what their offense is right now. But yeah, that was a tough watch, that game Sunday morning.
But I have to say, I feel like they can go through this. The tougher part of the schedule is over, right? You're getting Rashee Rice back. Your defense is kind of coming along. If they add a pass rush, if the rumors I'm hearing, they're looking for a guy named Phillips down there, Phillips, or down there in Miami. If the rumors I'm hearing is clear, if they go get that kid down there and he come up here and help with the pass rush. I know everybody's saying we need a running back, but I think we more need, realistically, we need him on a pass rush.
Somebody right next to me said they need a running back, sir.
You need a running back.
We need both. Get both. But other than that, man, I feel like they can, because the Raiders suck. Their front office sucks. Their players suck. Tom Brady sucks. Hey, they even their wives.
I know. As she should, but I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Don't make this too personal.
I love it, Blake. I love to fill in the Blake. You can say what you think.
I think we need a 20 as a show. What?
But other than that, the Broncos, man, they the Walmart team. They the great value. We don't know what they're going to get on offense, right? You don't know what they going to be, who they're going to be on offense. The defense look good. Bo Nix has come out. Him and Sean Payton not agreeing on the sidelines. You don't know what you're going to get from that team. The Chargers are very injured, right? They're injury prone. They running backs ain't that good. No O-line. The defense look good sometimes, but questionable. I feel like the Chiefs can actually come on and turn the tables. And in looking at the effort of other guys in the AFC, I know everybody's in the Bills. This. I think it's New England that you're gonna have to really deal with. Mike Vrabel got that team up there going. He got Drake
way ahead of schedule.
And they thinking about adding.
Shout out to Booty.
If I'm not mistaken, I think if the Steelers win tomorrow night, they clinch the AFC North. It's so bad.
It's so bad. So I feel like the Chiefs can actually get through the schedule and run through it, man. I feel like they can run through it because they're gonna have to. Because I had them going 14-3, so they got to go run through the schedule for me. So other than that, I feel like they can get it done. What about you, Coach?
Really, if we're gonna break down the AFC West, the Broncos still got a good defense and they still got the weapons. They just when they play Kansas City, they play them tough. The Raiders always play the Chiefs tough. The Chargers play the Chiefs tough. So I don't know. I think this division just still it's always good games, but everybody know each other. You know what I'm saying? They know each other. So I feel like this West gonna be kind of tough. I know it's still gonna be tough. But as far as the AFC goes, it's a toss-up. Like I stated, it's a toss-up because we don't know who is who right now. Anybody in the AFC can be beat by anybody. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. Indy look vulnerable. Like
wide open.
We went out there, Arizona. We went out there, man, and passed the ball at will against Indy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Indy sorry. I'm just saying like you can pass the ball against them. You know what I'm saying? Right. Baltimore is a letdown, right? Lamar Jackson, morale's jacked up. You know what I'm saying? Defense ain't playing too well. Buffalo Bills look out of sort. Josh Allen is the Superman of that team. So
Spags and Leo Chanel and the Baltimore Ravens.
And if you look at it though, Pittsburgh. Now everybody talking about Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh defense looks stout. That's the thing been talking about. Pittsburgh looks stout. Hey, your boy Aaron Rodgers playing good ball. Yeah. He playing good ball right now. He playing good ball right now.
They held the Browns to 9 points, man.
They did.
That offensive juggernaut.
Hey, listen though. Yeah, I'm just saying. Okay. They defense. I live in the Steelers. I live in the Steelers backyard or front yard, whatever. I'm nearby. A lot of Steelers fans, and
And not that the fans always have a pulse of what's going on. They're pretty delusional, but it's like it seems like they still are kind of in a little bit of disbelief that I think it's really just a matter that the Ravens have just fallen completely off of whatever we expected them to be. Joe Burrow being injured has kind of thrown the Bengals into a tailspin.
He always do.
As Juju once famously said when he played for the Steelers, the Browns is the Browns. And there you have it. So I jokingly said, but if they win that game tomorrow night and they beat the Bengals, that's another division opponent. It looks like it's a cakewalk, but there's no perfect. There's no full team right now in the AFC.
No,
and the only
might not be in the NFC.
And if you think about it, and to me, and again, I'm going to sound like a homer saying this, even though they're 3-3, as you see the offense starting to click, first off, there's defensive coordinators all through the AFC just shaking their heads saying, "What the hell? What? We got to deal with this again? What?"
Yep.
And the defense usually gets better throughout the course of the year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't want to sound like I'm whistling by the graveyard, like everything is great, but I just don't see it being that tough of a deal now. So if everybody stays healthy, one, I think they'll win all their division games. They're going to end up 5-1 in the division. They're going to win the division, and more than likely be the number 1 seed. And at the end of the season, everybody, all these people saying that the Chiefs were dead, and every time they played bad those first few games, just trying to throw more dirt on the coffin or the figurative coffin, that they're going to be like, holy crap, here we are again. My God, what did we let them do?
So with that said, let's get to the next question.
So it's a big yes for me. All right. Are the Chargers still the Chiefs' biggest threat in the AFC West, or has their early season performance dropped them below the Broncos?
They have the better quarterback, so I think, the better offense. You got to score points in the league, and I thought, listen, Justin Herbert did a terrific job in the comeback. Showed a lot of grit and guts. I mean, he's just carried them to 2 straight wins after 2 straight losses. I think the Chargers are a better football team, but they've got so many injuries, offensive line, running back. We play better teams, and they got to play the Colts. So we're going to learn a lot this weekend about the Los Angeles Chargers. They play the Colts at home. It'll be a lot of Indianapolis fans there. It's a huge statement game for the Chargers. If the Chargers lose this game, then the Colts are basically right now kind of in the driver's seat for the number 1 seed. And they don't have a very strong schedule. But again, can that offense maintain itself? But for me, I think the Chargers have pushed past the Broncos, despite the Broncos' great defense. And I think the Chargers are the team that's going to potentially give the Chiefs the most fits down the stretch.
Yeah, I think it's the Chargers. Even though they had a drop off in their performances, and that's due to injuries. So I think the Chargers still can actually turn this around. I think Jim Harbaugh is a better coach than Sean Payton. Even though he got the ring, but because he showed that he did it in college, and the way he still got the Chargers out there looking good. They still hanging in there, hanging around teams. So I have to say it's still going to be the Chargers, man. Like I said earlier in the season, before the season started, I said the Chargers look like going to be a bigger threat to the Chiefs this year, and I'm going to have to stick to that. So I feel like it's going to be the Chargers, even though the Broncos' offense is trash and their defense is good. So if the Broncos go up against a good offense, I don't think, Bo Nix can't, they ain't shown that they can hang in there and go back and forth with another team. Right. So it had to be the Chargers.
No, the Chargers, regardless of the fact that Chargers, as long as Herbert stays healthy, it's the Chargers all day. The defense gonna play. Yes. The defense for me does just enough. They do just enough to keep them afloat. They are still a good defense, but as long as they got Herbert, man, you still got your weapons out there. You got McConkley. You got my boy. What's number 13? Lou. I forget his name. What's number 13 for the Chargers? My guy, Keenan Allen. That Marcus Peters killer.
Trey Harris.
Yeah, man. Trey Harris, man. You got like Quentin Johnson. Quentin Johnson, right?
Quentin Johnston when he comes back.
Yeah, when he comes back, baby. No, it's still the Chargers. It's still the Chargers, no question. Like I said, the Broncos got a good defense, but the offense is below average, so it's still the Chargers.
Okay, so not to make this a clean sweep, I'll go with the Broncos just because I think the defense is always going to travel. It's always going to be there. So at some point, their offense will pick up. Now, is it going to be an offense that scores 30 points a game? No. But they can score enough that their defense typically holds a score down against other teams. Now, they did kind of go back and forth with the Colts, but for, I don't know, a strange penalty that gave the Colts a second shot at a field goal, they would have won that game. So we'll see. I mean, it really, you got to give them a little bit of leeway because again, it's still just a second-year quarterback. So I can see that happening. As far as the Chargers are concerned, I love Justin Herbert. I love everything about their team. It's just that every single year they get these just horrific injuries, and it's not just one or two. It's usually like 3 or 4 guys. So if the Chargers were healthy, I would say yes, absolutely. That's the team. But I think just because of that, and they can't seem to get or stay healthy, I'll go with the Broncos here just to get, I mean, they will get their offense straightened out. And the Chiefs will still handle either of those teams. It's just really, I think the Broncos defense is that maybe one of the best units in football right now, the most consistent at least, right? So,
their defense is.
I mean, they're on pace to smash the season sack record already. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
they're on pace for like 86 sacks or something.
Speaking of depth, let's get into the last question.
All right. So outside of the Chiefs, does any other AFC West team have the roster depth to win a playoff game this season?
Ooh, it's a good question. Well, I think
the AFC West AFC is looking like a toss-up right about now.
If you expand it to the AFC, I would say, yeah. As far as the West goes, I mean, again, we kind of already touched on the subject of the Chargers and the Broncos, but, anytime you can play that kind of defense, Denver's going to have an advantage. And if their offense just comes around enough, if they can go from 13 or 14 points to maybe 20 or 21 points, then with that defense, I mean, they're going to control most teams. But again, they have 9 sacks last weekend. I mean, it's the Jets. The offensive line is terrible, and the quarterback he's a CFL player at best. So I think when you look at the playoff potential roster-wise, I think the Chargers have more offensive pop, and again, better quarterback, that they could outscore some teams, but their defense is not great. But, I'd say either or. I mean, I can see the Broncos and the Chargers each, not both making the playoffs, because I don't think we're getting 3 out of the AFC West this year. But I can see one of the two getting in there as a 7th seed.
I think this might be the year they do get 3. Because I don't think you're going to see a wild card out of the North.
Probably
the South.
You'll get 2.
If Buffalo and New England make the playoffs, right? Mm-hmm. See, and this is doing a lot of projecting. Things can change. I mean, there's nothing in stone here. But say the Steelers win the North, and none of those other teams kind of rally. Do you really see Jacksonville kind of staying on this path of winning enough games to get to the playoffs? The Colts, I can see it just because of coaching. I like the way they've kind of structured their offense, the defense. Mm-hmm. In a single game, Lou Anarumo, he can get it done. So does Houston straighten out their offense? I mean, their defense is very good, but so a lot of question marks. So I think there's a good chance that all 3 make the playoffs this year, Mick.
Yeah. If I had to choose, it had to be I had to go with the Chargers, man, because that offense for the Broncos, you get in the playoffs, you know what I mean, and all it takes is like a Patrick Mahomes, or you going up against a Josh Allen, or you going up against a hot offensive team, and they get up 14 points or 21 points on your defense on a bad day, then what can your offense do? You know what I mean? And you ain't shown that you can do anything like that. So I just say with the Broncos depth on the offense and how they looking on offense, that was against the Jets, right? And then not even against the Jets, against other teams as well, man. They look terrible. Probably one of the worst offenses in the league right about now. So I have to say it had to be the Broncos. I don't think if they get into I don't think they will make the playoffs. If they get into the playoffs, I don't think they get a win. I think they'd be one and done.
I think honestly, answer the question though, it will have to be like I think Lou stated, either one, because you got a great defensive team. Like if we look at history in the NFL, guys, you don't really need a great offense to win playoff games. You just need a great defense and manage the ball well. As long as the Broncos can manage the ball with no turnovers and the way the defense is playing, they'll be just fine. The Chargers is a well-balanced team out of the AFC West. When the Chargers really put it together, man, yes, they can do damage. So I can see those two teams, Broncos and the Chargers, making the playoffs because, like you said, it ain't to me like the AFC North is trash. When Josh Allen, he's the only superhero on that damn team, man. Ain't nobody else. The defense look like straight doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? So if we look at the Baltimore Ravens, they're not making no noise for real. And those are the two elite teams that took Kansas City the distance last year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But right now, I'll say it's got to be the Broncos and the Chargers, man. I believe
I think they both have a chance if they get there winning a game. And quite frankly, I still think the Broncos can go right because the defense will travel, and it's just almost reminds me. Not quite to that degree, but like Marty's teams back in the late 80s, early 90s, where, you knew that defense was going to travel. If the quarterback could make a play here or there, that was really all they needed to be in a close game. So I look at them as a similar type team, run based, but the quarterback play, try to hit some deep shots, play action wise. So I think both of them have an excellent opportunity to win a playoff game.
Yeah.
So what they said, man, looking at like I said about New England, if they add another piece on wide receiver, they probably get the kid from the Raiders, or they probably get AJ Brown. He don't want to be up there.
They're going to get AJ.
Bring Jacoby Myers back, huh?
Hey, I want to answer this question real quick, guys. I said, do you think Steven? If I said his name right, Steven said, do you think the return of Ford will affect Taekwon? Will affect Taekwon's confidence on the field?
Is that Kareem?
I don't know. But to answer the question, that's an interesting question though, because would it affect him, Taekwon? I wouldn't say yes or no, because I want my man to go out there. I want Taekwon to go out there, man, and still feed that man the ball. Because guys, let's face it, he earned it. He earned it, man. He was the bright spot at the beginning of the season. He's been putting in work. He got hustle points. We know about the hustle.
That's Kareem.
So he put the hustle in, like Taekwon's going to put the hustle in, guys, against Jacksonville, man. He's been wide open. He's been making contested catches. He's been the real anchor behind his offense when Rashee Rice was gone.
I think you're making like a wedding cake out of like a single layer cake.
But it's a great
the backbone of the offense. I think his big game. He caught 5 balls. I mean,
5 balls.
I give him every credit in the world for making the team, for contributing to a Super Bowl contending team. Mm-hmm. Give him all the credit in the world. But we said it at the top. His snap count is going to go way down as long as those top 3 guys are healthy. Juju's ahead of him as well.
Get Juju about of here.
At some point, they're going to want Jalen Royals to start getting some snaps because they want to bring him along too. So God bless him. He did what he did while he did it.
We're not going to do that, Lou.
Will it impact his confidence? Certainly can if his snaps go down. So that remains to be seen. That's a great question.
It is a great question, but I believe put Juju back and let Thornton take Juju snaps.
No,
that's a whole different.
What you mean? That boy's slow. That boy's slow. Man, come on. I kind of figure we put Thornton out there. He earned it.
Let me start man. I gotta figure it out about Juju. I thought Juju. I thought I was all over Juju. I was all over Juju. Like, Juju just. Then I went back and watched. I was like, that's why Juju. Nick was right.
You see how he blocks? How he blocks, runs routes.
Juju's the coach on the field because Hollywood Brown didn't know where he was running that route on that touchdown pass.
That video. Okay.
And Juju said, "Hey, you running a shot or 100." So I see why.
So you telling me, you would take Juju over Thornton?
Hollywood's job on that play is to streak across the field, and he didn't know that.
He didn't know that, right? Also, he coached him and said, "Hey, go over there. Hey, you both go over there."
Let me make this. Hold on. I'm out. Let me make this.
You're out of time.
Boy got your back, man.
I know you're a coach, but you failed on this assignment.
Hell no, I did.
Juju.
We coach effort, Nick, and he gave effort. Some Kelsey didn't do in that
wide
play.
Receivers. He's in on blocks. He goes in motion.
And
he's become a bailout for Mahomes. He can run. He still has decent speed. He knows how to make plays. He's healthy. He is as valuable wide receiver as they have right now. Thornton is an outside guy who they've used in a lot of decoy situations. Watch the game film again, and you'll see how many times they had him streaking down to open the middle up for everything else. They all have their roles, and Juju's got a really big role in this offense.
That man Juju runs the 5-4, and you take away 5-2 speed.
Yeah,
all right, whatever. I want y'all to eat that. I want y'all to eat those. Your boy said, "Hey, Thornton, I got your back, bro. Your boy got you, man. They don't believe in you, Thornton. They don't believe in you no more, man. They don't believe in you no more, man."
I'm with you. I'm just saying.
You join them, man. You join them, man.
I say, that's why
your butt over there.
Right? He don't listen. He just talk. He don't listen.
So, explain yourself, Dan. Explain yourself.
That headset is actually earplugs. That has nothing to do with any.
Oh my God! Y'all picking Juju over Thornton over the effort?
I didn't say that. I didn't say I was picking Juju. I said I see why Juju is on the team, sir.
This isn't like a one-on-one basketball game where I'm going to play this guy against this guy.
Lou, you have no faith in Thornton off the rip. All of a sudden now, he gave a little bit of effort. Okay, a couple catches.
You're putting words in my mouth. Again,
no, you did. Hey, Bo, did he say that, Bo? Didn't he say that?
I didn't say anything about his effort.
He got 5 passes. You trying to make a cake. You trying to bake a cake for him.
Well, what I'm saying is that what little he did was great and way more than they probably expected when they brought him in from New England. He's never really had a big game, been a big volume guy. He fulfilled what they needed at that time.
Yep.
Now, right now, they probably don't need that at this point, unless Xavier was to go down, or Xavier, maybe he runs a couple deep routes in a row and he's got to come off. Maybe they throw Thornton in, but his snap count is going to go way down because the top 4 receivers are kind of there. As far as Juju's concerned, every time, just about every game, he's made a huge play on 3rd down. Yep. And typically when he does catch it, he's not running 5-4 or whatever the hell you said with the ball in his hands. So, well, again, he's not going to be.
Lou, he can't hold his own, man. That's to learn how to block. Learn how to block, Juju. Learn how to block, baby.
He's not going to be running the same routes as Juju runs. And I don't know. Do you ever watch Coach Reed when he talks about Juju Smith-Schuster?
What about him?
Glowing.
He's held in very high regard on this team. Okay,
right.
So
yeah, he's
so as a coach, we don't coach effort. Don't we coach effort? The guy that makes the more effort plays, get the reps.
Nobody's effort in the receiver group is in question at this point. I don't think that's the thing.
My man's always open. He make contested catches, man. I mean, what else do y'all want from this dude, man? Like,
he didn't
make one contested catch.
Oh my God, Juju make illegal penalty blocks, and all of a sudden we praising this dude, man.
Even the one in the back of the end zone. Even the one in the back of the end zone was not a contested catch. He is a guy. Anytime there was an opportunity for a contested catch, he just kept running. That's what he is. He's just a speed guy. Again, he was great for what he did. It's great to have him as one on the unit in case one of the speed guys goes down, but he's not going to get significant snaps with Rashee
on the mountain. I stand on top. I'm out.
What I just say on this last subject? I think Thornton should be starting over Juju in Hollywood. I know Hollywood had a good game.
No,
you know,
no.
I'm just saying. I know he had a good game, but I'm just saying, like, I understand why Juju is here. Juju here to coach the younger guys to get them to know the offense because he does know the offense. He does know the offense very well. But other than that, man, Thornton numbers. You know what I mean? Pro Football Focus. If you believe in that, if you don't believe in it.
Who cares, Lou? Y'all believe in? God is winning.
You guys are off your game,
bro. Pro Football Focus said, and all the other numbers is out there as well. He's one of the top receivers in the league right now. So hey, maybe you give him the ball.
He's not one of the top receivers in the league.
Oh my God! Why ain't he though? Blame it on Patrick Mahomes not throwing.
Okay, hold. Stop talking because you're interrupting me and it's pissing me off.
Oh, you're interrupting me? No, you pissed me off, Nick. You pissed me off, Nick. Gonna stop my segment because Mr. Stevenson want to get on here to have a question. You cut my segment off.
Hey, don't make me trump you.
I'm just saying.
Hey, the day you come up with a segment is the day you get a segment. So I don't know what you come from. What segment are you talking about?
You never liked Thornton in the first place. You never liked Thornton in the first place.
I don't like him. It's just I call it the way I see it. That's how I see him.
That did okay.
And that's what he is. Oh At the end of the day, that's what he is.
He's okay.
He serves a purpose.
What are we talking about?
Serves a purpose. Before we close out the bar, do you believe in Thornton, Luke?
Yes.
Do you believe
not as the number 3 or 4 receiver? He's 4 or 5 at best.
What?
On this team right now.
Listen, hold on. I want to agree with that one, though.
Hold on. Okay,
that's all right. And that's fine. We can't always agree.
Right, that's understandable.
First of all,
it would be never shown that he can play.
Hold on. First of all, he's not shown until this year that he can be a productive wide receiver. We can all agree.
Yeah.
2, he was the best offensive player through the Jaguars game that the Chiefs have put on the field so far. In my opinion,
he was the best offensive player in one game.
Okay, I'm thinking overall when you look at his stats,
he was good.
Game 1,
no question.
4, he bailed their butts out. Okay, he made some really big plays. Last week they used him as a decoy. Okay, so Mahomes is going to be able to spread the field, spread the ball. Thornton's still going to be part of this offense, but what Juju does in the slot. Versus Thornton doesn't play the slot. He's an outside guy. That's where he has his success. And with Juju, he knows everything and every position and where these guys need to be. And he's been invaluable. He's been invaluable to this offense. So, listen, if the guy can go out there and take a broken nose attitude to playing football like he did in that fight with Branch, he's going to be just fine. But Thornton, if you look at this logically,
forget about going to be a free agent. Just watch the game.
Yeah. Hollywood is going to be a free agent. Juju's going to be a free agent. Thornton's going to have an opportunity to be with Rice to get extended.
Thornton's going to be a free agent too.
Yeah, Thornton's going to be a free agent too. So,
Go ahead, Bo.
It's an audition.
They said they want you drug tested.
Yeah, Blake coming strong, saying Thornton is a 4th or 5th receiver.
Bo.
So on this team,
my man been wide open.
Here's why I'm saying
Mahomes overthrew this man.
Let's agree on one thing. Okay, so Rashee Rice is the 1, Xavier is the 2, Hollywood is the 3.
That's why I argue it. That's why
you got more than likely Juju is the number 4 receiver now on this team. Where is Thornton? Is he 5? Is he 6? Because, and I think it's not so much of a productive thing, but I think if they want Royals to come along, they're going to have to get him a few more reps. He may be ahead of Thornton at some point.
Can I say this? What's your top? If when the Chiefs right now, Rice coming back, who's your 5 receivers when Rice coming back?
I just said it.
I know.
Rice
Nick,
number 1.
I was giving Nick a turn.
Okay, all right. Well, you're pointing at me. I'm seeing the fingers pointing at me, man.
You got Rice. You got Worthy. You got Juju. You got Thornton, and that's their top 5. Now, the good thing is, again, remember, they're all interchangeable. They can play in different positions on the field. We've never had this kind of offensive. I think you'd have to go back. What, Lou? Go back in my.
This is the deepest receiver room that
right. This reminds me of what the Dolphins
deep.
had with Dan Marino with their 3 fast receivers or 4 fast. They had 4 top shelf receivers for Dan Marino, and
they had the Marks brothers. Nat Moore was more of an inside guy, but that's a whole different generation,
different era. But this just the way
it's played now. This is Patrick's deepest room.
Not even close.
What about you, Dre?
Get Juju the hell up out of there, and we're talking. All right, Hollywood, right? Rashee Rice, right? Worthy, Thornton. That's it. Y'all talking about Jalen Royal? Okay, he's a rookie. Okay, he got to earn that, man.
He won't see the field much this year.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, I don't believe for a second. They drafted the kid in the 3rd round. They have to get him on the. It's kind of like the plan of how you're building the team. You're taking a receiver just about every season. If he doesn't see the field much this year, you've completely wasted 1 year. Now he's only under contract for 3 more. So now next year he's going to get up to speed, and then you only have a net. So I don't agree with that. I believe he is going to get significant reps to get him rolling.
Well, my 5 are, if I'm starting them, it'd be Rice, Worthy, Thornton, Hollywood, Royals, Juju. Because Juju, I'm not looking at as a wide receiver. I'm looking at him as a tight end. He got to play, because you got Noah Gray, Kelsey, tight end. That's what I'm looking at.
Ultimately, that's kind of the position he plays. That's the spot on the field he plays, but they still will have 2 tight ends out there when he's on the field too. So it's hard to delineate it that way. But I hear what you're saying, because that's normally the part of the field that he takes, and he's really good at it.
He is.
I hear what you're saying about Thornton, but if you've got the other 2 speed, really speed guys, like if you've got Hollywood and Xavier on the field, you're probably not going to throw Thornton in there unless you're doing like a special package, right? Maybe you're just going to go all four verts. You're going to put your fastest guys on the field. You're not going to see him getting significant snaps like 5-6 plays in a row. I just don't see it happening. And it has nothing to do with his ability or what he's done so far. He's done great, and that's what has him even in the conversation. But the fact that you've got your guys that you've paid, you've drafted, everything else, those are the guys that are going to get the snaps.
And that's how also I'm looking at Juju and Hollywood. That's why I said I put Thornton over Juju and Hollywood, because they on 1-year deals, and you got to let these other guys cook. You know what I mean? Because can we all agree Juju and Hollywood is not going to be on this team next year?
No, I don't say that.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the caveat. If you go ahead and now you pay Rashee, those are 2 fairly inexpensive, experienced receivers that have done well for you and made plays that you can get on the cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So they may be.
I can see both of them. I
wouldn't discount either of them or both of them being back.
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, guys, we got a heck of a Friday locked up for you.
Just kicking us out. We're just getting rolling. Come on.
It's starting to sizzle.
I need to say one more thing.
What?
I need to say one more thing. I do expect that we're going to have. I do expect we're going to have a breaking news show, so stay tuned to ChiefsBlitz.com. We will give you an update on the Justin Simmons situation.
Josh Simmons.
I think later. Josh Simmons. Sorry.
There you go. You good?
Maybe they need Justin Simmons.
You good?
On Josh Simmons. So we'll find out a little bit more. I'm expecting we'll find out more.
There's a reason for that. How about CJGJ? What is this dude has just rubbed everybody the wrong way. I mean, he can't. He goes to Houston. He pops off about the Eagles, and they get rid of him. He goes to Baltimore. They've got all sorts of injuries in the defensive backfield, and he can't even get on the field. He gets cut from there. What is wrong with this guy?
What is it?
That's an open question to everybody.
Maybe his character, Luke. Maybe his character. Maybe the character.
He is. You have to have. He's an acquired taste for sure. Absolutely.
I will bring him in. I'm the Chiefs. I'm bringing him in because
give me Breece Hall and a pass rusher, and then
Jaden Hicks only got like 12 snaps last game. Come on, man.
Man, just bringing a damn pass rusher, man. Just bring a pass rusher. And then we cooking.
I think you're talking about Jalen Phillips. What a Bradley Chubb is down there.
That's why I said
Bradley Chubb to Phillips. Boy, I'm saying you're right. Hey, they
edge rushers is going to be hard to come by. How about the Jets? They got to be selling. What about Will McDonald, Jermaine Johnson? Those are high draft picks.
Yeah, man.
Also, welcome back, Ricky. Ricky came back just in time.
Ricky's already gone. Ricky's already gone.
He's already gone.
He's already gone. He was here for about 2 hours.
You can't keep a good man down, man.
I think somebody turned him in.
It's almost Halloween, so he's kind of like Jason. You can't kill him.
Yeah. So with that said, Luke, you said Justin Simmons he's still out there as a reason. What's the reason why he's still out there?
Well, I mean, it's got to be. Well, I don't think it's the money anymore. We're this far into the season. There's all sorts of injuries out there. Again, I think it's just the diminished play. I mean, if he could play at the level that Justin Simmons could play at, somebody would have signed him by now. All these injuries, look at Baltimore. They would have been the first team out there, right? They bring in
maybe you don't want to sign with a team that's losing. Maybe you don't want to sign with. I said maybe you don't want to sign
right now, but like a couple of weeks ago, Lamar's still healthy, but the defense is kind of falling apart. That would have been a natural place. Hell, Denver. I mean, they got a great defense, but maybe he's worn out his welcome there, so he's not going to. So I don't know. I mean, I really don't. Money probably is part of it, but if he really wants to play this year, get another year accrued for his pension or whatever, under your belt, that he's got to sign by week 10. So it'll be interesting. We'll see, because the trade market, how active it is over the next couple of weeks. I think November 4th, is the deadline.
Yeah, election day. Yeah, absolutely.
So there's a lot of names being thrown around by some of these insiders. I don't know how active, but it's been pretty active so far. There've been some moving around, so we'll see as we get closer.
We'll know more after this week,
and especially if teams start to feel like, hey, we got a chance here, or man, this year's done. This guy's going to be a free agent. Let's move him. Let's get something for him.
I agree.
There it is.
All right, guys.
So with that said, we will see you guys shortly. If we hear any news on Josh Simmons, we will have a breaking news show. But other than that, guys, Factor Cap is coming up on Friday. And the Raiders preview game, we're going to have our score predictions and everything else there, and how to beat the Raiders.
And coach will bring in a pie chart of how and why Tyquan Thornton should be playing.
Oh, it's coming. It's already in the works. It's already in the works, baby. It's already in the works, baby. I got you. It's already in the works.
PowerPoint presentation.
I'm a PowerPoint that bad boy.